Mwebekala Chalo. Okay, in today's video, I want us to talk about this. Now, for those of you that might not know what that is what is commonly called the nsunko. It is a form of tobacco that people don't smoke, they just sniff. That is why it is called a sunko. Now, there are some others that people put in the mouth. So in this video, I'm focusing on this habit of doing nsunko and that one that you put in the mouth. Now, for you to understand me very clearly, I need us to get on the same page over what this tobacco is. Now, what is tobacco? Tobacco, wabapamitishumo osho abantu bachita abuse, ishaba very addictive. Most tobacco forms are for smoking. Idafuwa kaba pepa, abantu mulamona bengopo bashabala lembati, tobacco is harmful to health. That is the tobacco that I'm talking about. So whether you're taking it by smoking, you're taking it by sniffing, or you're taking it by putting it in your mouth and it is being absorbed from there, the things that it does in the system are the same. So in this video, I'll first of all start by focusing on what it does in the system and why what it does in the system is dangerous. Then I'll come to talking about why specifically nsunko, or that one that you put in the mouth, is very dangerous for you. So what does it do in the system? Tobacco has an active substance that we call nicotine. So yonse tobacco nga mwailia, nangula mwai sniffinga, nangula mwai pepa, ila fumyoko twitatka nicotine. This nicotine goes in your blood and goes to your brain. Now, what does this nicotine do in your brain? Your brain has a special place that we call the mesolimbic reward pathway. English na but let me explain for you what it does. This mesolimbic reward pathway, yaba kuwa ni happy place yenu ya ku brain. Yaba in charge making you feel very nice. Nga mwashefi ntu vyonse fya mfisha wino ni shakaka party kalikuwa tinika bata nyoko baletinika. Kanshinga mwafu yafu mama results mwamfa wino atina mpasa kapata kikalaba activated. Umuntu ampera hagi kapata kikalaba activated. Umwana kasha misumi na mwamfa wino kapata aka ekalaba activated. Kalemi mfuisha wino pafintu ifile chitika. That is why we call it the reward pathway. Now how does it work? If intu ifile vyonse fisumanga fiachitika menso yoniamu na tifiachitika, it allows your brain to stimulate this part to release the hormone dopamine. The neurotransmitter dopamine. Dopamine nga yafuma ila mkushako activate ama certain processes muli ida part ya brain pakwe bati yaba activated ya milengesha mwa wino. That is why it is called the reward pathway. Now, what does nicotine do? Nicotine nga yaku brain kumwenu ila yakula kake ineka mesolimbic reward pathway. It goes and binds to special receptors nangule fintu ifyumfuapo ifuma receptors ofo tuitokwe bati nicotinic acetylcholine receptors. Ngakaya chita bind ka nicotine kuli ama receptors kalale ngo lusande olukwetaka ka receptor lwamona kwa kuli fintu ifisume fyachitika lwalenga kashana release dopamine part yaba stimulated mwa wino. That is why substances that release this nicotine, that is tobacco, are very addictive because they periodically stimulate this part to get activated. It's like think of your brain like your child. Umwana wenu ngapasa ngalafu asana njinga mwamushitira ala mfwa bwino. Nafuti ngapasa alefu asana pai mwamushitira ala mfwa bwino. Nafuti ngapasa alefu asana rice mwamushitira ala mfwa bwino. Akaka pati ofo kachita. Kapata nga kulifisu mefi achitika, brain nga yakapera dopamine, chiri kwati ni uli omwana wa chapo fima mfwa bwino, bampere gift o bampera. Now with time, if this substance continues stimulating this part, mukasangoko bati, this person will develop that dependency on that substance. Bakulafu afe bale eliye tobacco, bale yomfwe nicotine ili brain mwabo, because it is making them feel nice. It is like it is giving gifts to this reward pathway, making them feel nice. So that is what this nicotine does when it goes to your brain. So now it doesn't matter what form of tobacco you've taken in it. Even if you've smoked it, even if you've snuffed it, or even if you've just put it in your mouth, it produces this nicotine that goes to your brain and does what I've talked about. Now the challenge that comes from that is that most people that are addicted to this substance reach a point where normal things that are supposed to activate this part of their brain and make them feel nice do not work. If mukasanga bengi bala ba depressed ngata ba pepere nangula tabachaire po nsunko. Mukasanga ko but even things that were supposed to make them happy in the past do not make them happy right now. So that is the first problem that is there. Most of these people are likely to develop depression. They start depending on this tobacco for them to feel nice. Now, some of the major challenges that we have of smoking this tobacco is that we've said it causes lung cancer. That is why a lot of people try to avoid smoking. Now, is it any better ngamwa nsunko? The answer is actually no. Nsunko shakununsha, it has toxic substances that affect the path in which it takes for it to enter your system. Remember, okusunkula, it is exposing this tobacco, this powder tobacco, to your nose and to some parts of your upper respiratory system. Like the way that smoke causes lung cancer in your lungs, these substances that you sniff also cause cancer in these parts that they pass. So mukasanga kwa ati abantu abachite nsunko bakasanga okweba ati balamba okukwata amakansa yammuna bali kwata n'amakansa yamu upper respiratory system. They stand a very high chance of developing these cancers. That is the first problem that we have. The second problem is that they do not easily regulate how much nicotine they are taking. So it becomes very addictive. Mukasanga ko bati balaba chapo ensunko balaba bika tobacco ya mukanwa bala kwata sana addiction ya nicotine chako bati ngamwa basanga tabapepere bakula moneka very sad. Life tabakula ichita enjoy. Other things that this nicotine does now when it goes in the system is that apart from what it is doing in the brain, it starts abnormally activating your other systems in your body like your cardiovascular system. So mukasanga with time ababa pepa nsunko bakula kwata ma problem ya kumutima, having diseases such as atherosclerosis, a disease that I'll talk about in future videos for you to understand properly what it is. So that is a problem. It stimulates certain parts that are not supposed to be stimulated. And one other problem that I'll talk about is that it stimulates the sympathetic nervous system. This sympathetic nervous system is a system that keeps you alert. It is a system that releases things that make you feel very alert, that stimulates a lot of things in your body. So when this system is abnormally stimulated, it results in end organ damages because in this system, blood starts moving very fast. And with time, it deprives the rate at which the end organs in Sunday shaba maorgani awumiri wenu is receiving oxygen. Therefore, you find that their life expectancy will slowly start reducing. So Mwebekala Chalo, it does not matter whether you take tobacco by sniffing, whether you take tobacco by putting it in your mouth, or whether you take tobacco by smoking. They all have very dangerous effects. And I'm urging all those that may be addicted to doing these things to stop. If you can't stop, please seek help for you to stop.